Hello and welcome to the Be Your Own Personal Trainer flexibility testing. What I'm going to do in the next few minutes is run Sarah here through a wide variety of flexibility tests designed to give us an idea of where her flexibility is at. Now this isn't hard science, so don't take this too serious, but it gives us an indication of what we need to work on her muscle groups that might be too tight. Let's go ahead and check the first one. I just grabbed this TheraBand. You can use a broomstick or any device, but just give us an idea what we want to do. So go ahead and grab it between your hands, Sarah. Bring it over the head as though we're doing the YMCA song. And I want you to imagine that rope or that TheraBand is going through your ears, okay? So I want it nice and long. That looks pretty good. Now what her objective is here is she's going to go into a full squat. And what I want her to do is keep that rope through her imaginary ears, and I want her to do her best to keep her heels on the mat. Three things we're looking at here. A, can she do it? Can she simply go down below just a few degrees, which tells me she has adequate stability? And if she can go deep while keeping this broomstick above her head, then she has good flexibility in the lats. If she can keep her heels on the mat all the way down, she has fantastic flexibility in the calves. Now let's keep in mind, the lower body flexibility is a real tough one for a lot of folks. As a matter of fact, most folks in the audience here are going to have a hard time excelling and passing this exam. So let's go ahead and try our first flexibility test. Deep squat, go down and up. Okay, great. Now if you notice, you can see down here her calves come up, but her lats stay really great. Let's do it one more time. See, her heels come up, but her lats are good. So her upper body is very flexible. Her calves are too tight. So as her personal trainer, I would have her doing a lot of exercises to lengthen those calves back. And by the way, the number one exercise to lengthen the calves is walking through the third phase of the walking gait, meaning you're pushing all the way through. And then stretching your calves on a curb or on a stairway. Okay, so I'll take that from you. Let's go ahead and check your flexibility of your shoulders. Let's take your right hand and bring it up, left hand and bring it out. And the object is to see if you can touch your fingers. And obviously, she has fantastic flexibility in her shoulders because she's able to easily grab her fingers. Let's try the other side. Switching, reaching down. Now she can see she's struggling a little bit more, and maybe she has a softball injury or she hurt herself in swimming as a kid, but she can see this flexibility is a little bit tighter, but she still passes the exam because she's able to touch. Now if you can't get within 2 fingers, the length of 2 fingers, then you've got average flexibility. If you're below 2 fingers, like a hand, you've got poor flexibility in your shoulders, and it's critical that you get a stretching program that's lengthening the muscles of the shoulders. Let's go and get on her back and check some other muscle groups. Okay, what I want to do here, Sarah, is I want you to put your left leg straight. And let's take your right leg and bring your knee to your chest on your own. That's it. Let's grab on the outside of the knee. Okay, and pull it down as far as you can. And what I'm looking for as a personal trainer is, does this knee stay down? Okay, does this knee stay down? And if this leg comes up, for example, let's say this bends it. If that bends up about like that on you, that means you have a real tight hip flexor. That's the muscle right in the front of the upper leg. And if that hip flexor is tight, quite often it pulls on the lower back, leading to lower back problems. So in this case, she's got pretty good flexibility, a little bit tight, but not so bad. Let's go ahead and try the other side. Pull the left knee to the chest. And as she pulls, you can see her right leg stays down very good. And she's got great flexibility. For sure, her flexibility on her right hip flexor is above average or excellent. So let's go ahead. What I want to do now is check the hamstring flexibility. Pull your right knee to your chest, bending the knee. And what I'm going to do, keep the knee bent. Let's do this. And I'm going to check that this upper part of the leg is perpendicular to the mat. Now, at your own volition, what I want you to do is see if you can go ahead and straighten that leg up. What we're looking for is a 90-degree angle in both sides of the leg, and obviously she has that. So Sarah has excellent flexibility in her right hamstring. Let's check the left side. Bring the knee to the chest. This right here, 90 degrees, and go ahead and straighten it out. And once again, excellent flexibility in the left hamstring. For you, if you're right about here when you're doing it, you're beginning to get to a little bit of a red flag. If you're down here below 45 degrees, then you have poor flexibility in the hamstrings, and my guess is you probably have lower back pain as well. And you certainly need to follow in our DVD, the total body stretch, the exercises that particularly focus on the hamstrings. Let's go and roll over on your belly, Sarah. We're going to check the articulation of her back, flexibility of the abdominal region. Now what I'm going to look for here is her hip pointer, which is right there. And I'm going to ask her to put her hands in the push-up position. And the objective is to straighten her arms out while keeping the hip flexor here, or the hip pointer, within 2 inches of the mat. Now, if I look at a typical peace sign, that's about 2 inches from there to there. And so you can see she passes the exam here. She's pretty close, though. But you can see a nice rounded back here. She's not forcing anything. She has good articulation in the back, adequate flexibility in the stomach. She has good flexibility in this area. Okay, let's go ahead and relax. And fantastic. What I want you to do is grab a seat now. Point the toes forward. We're going to do what's called the sit and reach exam. What I want you to do is keep this back flat. Okay, the lower back flat. Yep, feet a little bit apart like that. Connect your middle fingers together. And your object is to slide at least as far as your ankles. If you can make it to the ankles, you have adequate flexibility in your lower back and hamstrings. So inhale, and let's lower the hands down and go low. Exhale and go between the feet and down. Oh, it's fantastic. She doesn't surprise me. She has great hamstring flexibility and great low back flexibility. For you, if you're within 5 inches, like if you're right about here, about 5 inches from the ankles, then you're bordering on poor flexibility. I mean, plus or minus 5 inches depending on your age. But if you're up here in this area, obviously you have poor flexibility. Why? If you're standing and you got to bend over and pick up your keys, you can't even do something as functional as that. And you need to, once again, you need to really get going on your stretching program. So here's a few exercises you can do on your own. Good luck. Let's get it going.